What's up my angels, welcome back to my channel. So today I have finally got round to filming an update on my Slendertone Abs 8 ab belt, and this has been a really highly requested video. So I'm basically today going to be going through all of my before and after pictures, how long I used it for, did I find it easy to use, what were the replacement pads like and how much did they cost and all of that jazz. Basically, all in all, do I think that this product is worth buying? So make sure you've got a drink, get comfy, and we are going to go through all the juicy details. So if you watched my previous video, you'll know that I got a Slendertone, a little ab belt for my birthday last year, which was August. So it's literally been nearly a year since I filmed this first video. And at the time, I was really like committed to using the belt every single day. And I thought in 3 months I'd film an update. It didn't really happen. Christmas came along and the Slendertone belt went in the cupboard and all of the chocolate came out of the cupboard. It just wasn't a very healthy time. So I really wanted to give this a fair chance and not just use it like once a week before I came to you guys and gave you my final opinion. So that is what I've done. So first things first, there will be before and after pictures in this video. So if you want to see what I look like before and what my stomach looks like now, make sure you stick around. So if you don't know about these like stomach belts, this is the Slendertone Abs 8, and the way they advertise it is basically by showing you that you just wear this like once a day, maybe 5 times a week, and you'll get a 6-pack. And I'm here to tell you today, that's not how it works, Satan. The way that they work is through using something called EMS, which is electronic muscle stimulation. And basically in a nutshell, that means it's going to electrocute you. It is going to send tiny little shocks of electricity into your body to make your muscles tighten and obviously simulate the sort of same thing as it would if you were doing like crunches, like sit-ups, that sort of thing. This is what it looks like. And I have to say, mine is still in pretty good nick, to be honest. I have been using it, I would say every day, probably 5 times a week, so not every single day, but for the last 3 or 4 months, and it still is in really good nick. These like velcros are sticking to me everywhere. I do put it back in the bag after I've used it every single time, so I think that is important to keep it working well and like looking good. However, these little pads in here, you'll have seen on my first video, obviously when you get the Slendertone, you get 3 pads with it. They're like the legit Slendertone pads. These ones here, these are fake. These were from Amazon. Because I'm like mega tight with money, I didn't want to spend the full price, which I'll put up here for you, on the real thing. So I thought, let's test out and see if the replacement pads are as good. Spoiler alert, they're not. They're not as good as the real thing. Don't waste your money on the cheap ones. Just you know, go that little bit extra. Don't be a Scrooge. You do need the real pads, because the fake ones, can you see? Like, they look the same on the inside, but they just come off. They don't stick as well. And you can still use it like this. You just have to be really careful when you take the protective layer off. You see? Look. That's my first point, is with the pads, you are going to need to get the real thing. With the Slendertone pads, it says that you should be replacing them every 20 to 30 sessions, which by my reckoning is like once a month. Now, out of my first set of pads, which were the real Slendertone ones, which came with it when I bought it, I would say I probably got about 2 months worth. Could have stretched it to 3. So don't be fooled. If you're taking good care of them, if you're making sure that you're putting the plastic back on after you've used them, you don't need to replace them every 20 sessions. That is just ludicrous, like, and it would cost you a fortune, because this guy alone costs enough, let's be honest. So my next thing is using the belt itself. I found that it only needed charging about once a week, which I was quite happy with. And in the beginning, you probably saw on my social media, I was literally just like laying on the sofa, having a great time, eating a cheeseburger with the Slendertone on. And you can use it comfortably when you're just like sitting down, laying down. Okay, sitting down is a bit more uncomfortable because it's quite tight around your stomach, but laying down, you can definitely just use it. So as I said, I found it a lot more comfortable to wear it when I was like doing stuff around the house, cleaning, washing up, that sort of thing. Because most of the sessions last for like half an hour-ish. I think they're anywhere between 20 minutes and 30 minutes, depending on which one you pick. I actually cycled through a couple. I did like the standard one, and then after a couple of weeks I like gave it the big one and thought I'd do the advanced one. It wasn't a fun time. I was not ready. I was not advanced at all. Do not recommend that. I would definitely recommend starting off low and gradually working up. Don't go in like I did, giving it 20, thinking that you can do full intensity, because the next day you will be in agony. Like, I literally couldn't even sit up, it hurt that much. So don't do that. So the first cycle I did was like a 6-week long program, and it was like the normal program. I can't think what it's called. I think it's just like the regular one, but that's what I decided to do. And at the time I wasn't doing any other exercise. It was like lockdown. I was being lazy and I was just putting the belt on, hoovering my house and leaving it at that. Now this is where like the truth comes in. Are you going to get a six-pack by just wearing this like I did initially and laying on your sofa? No, absolutely not. The basic science behind this all is, with your abs, you have your ab muscles like this, and then you have your layer of fat over the top. No matter how skinny you are, there is still a small layer of fat over the top. This belt, this contraption, this thing here, will basically increase the muscle size. But it doesn't matter how much you increase that muscle size, if you've still got that layer of fat over the top, you're not going to see the abs, you're not going to see the muscles, you're not going to see the six-pack. So I think that's where it's kind of misleading, because they do lead you to believe that just wearing this alone will give you a really defined toned stomach, and it just won't. So after my first 6-week session, I found that my ab muscles themselves felt a hell of a lot stronger, but they still weren't showing through my skin. Does that make sense? So I decided to do it a little bit differently. I decided to try and give it a fair run with eating healthy, eating a little bit cleaner, trying to cut out the chocolate. That was a difficult one. And basically see if it would work with giving it a fair run. Your health and your fitness and your figure and your weight loss is 80% done in the kitchen, 20% done in the gym. And that basically means that you can go to the gym and kill yourself every single day. If you're not eating right, nothing will happen. So on to the before and after pictures. So here is what my stomach looked like before. And this was after I'd done the initial 6 weeks, but this was whilst I was still eating crap, basically. I was still eating chocolate, etc, etc. So after I decided that I was going to eat a lot healthier, after I decided that I was going to try and improve my food and also do a little bit of extra exercise with this belt, this is what my stomach looked like after 3 months. So that is 3 months of using the belt and eating healthily. And this is what it looked like. So you can see in this picture here that I definitely have defined abs. You can sort of see the line at the top, and the abs at the top were starting to come through. I was really happy with this, but can I say that this is down to the Slendertone belt alone? No, I can't. Because when I was just using the belt, like I said, and not combining it with any other exercise or healthy eating, it didn't actually tone my stomach. It may have made the muscles underneath a little bit stronger, but like I said, if there's still that layer of fat there, you're not going to see them. Now, a couple of things to note with this. I would say that it 100% tones the top of your stomach better than it tones the bottom. And that's not just because you sort of normally have more stomach fat at the bottom. That is just because I think that's the truth. I think I've got quite good stomach muscles at the bottom. I always have had. I'm very lucky. But I didn't actually notice a difference in them whilst using the belt. Whereas the top, as you can see in the picture, they became a lot more defined and a lot more prominent. So if you're looking to use this to lose lower belly fat, I wouldn't recommend it. I think that that is mostly diet, don't quote me on it, but I would say it is. So if you're looking to lose lower belly fat, I don't think the Slendertone belt is for you. However, if you're someone that is eating healthily and maybe going to the gym once or twice a week or doing a bit of exercise, and you just don't have time to take out of your day to do crunches or ab exercises, then I think it could be a really good addition to your existing exercise schedule. And that's because I think it does save a lot of time. I was able to carry on editing my videos, carry on cleaning the house, doing the washing, whatever, whilst getting a workout on my stomach muscles. This little bit of my undercut is driving me insane. Like, it's just that length and it just sticks out all the time, so please ignore that. Obviously, this is a hellish expensive product. It is not cheap. We're talking £100 plus. We're then talking £15 plus, I would say, every maybe 8 weeks, even though they say 4, to replace the pads on the belt. It's just not cheap, and unless you've got money to spare, I wouldn't save up your money to buy this product. As much as I like it, as much as I think, as you can see from the before and after, it really did help define my stomach, I just don't think it's a good replacement for healthy eating and exercise. And I think that's what they don't tell you. If they made it clear that this needed to be used in conjunction with healthy eating and also other exercise, I think it would be a lot less popular. And that's because people don't want to hear that. People, including me, like the idea of being able to continue their regular chocolate eating lifestyle and get a six-pack at the same time. And the truth of it is, it's just not going to happen. So I'm really sorry if that bursts your bubble, if anybody out here was looking for an update where I'm like, yes, it's amazing. It is amazing, but it's only the same as a gym membership. You can't expect to go to the gym and eat crap every single day and then get really muscly. So I guess that is it for this review. So that is my overall thoughts. Would I buy it again? No. Would I recommend it to people? Probably not, like I said, unless you've got the money spare, because I think people are putting a hell of a lot of faith and a hell of a lot of expectations into this belt, and it's just not going to come through. You'll probably be disappointed. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. If there's anything I've left out in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. If there's anything else you would like to know, just leave me a comment and I will do my best to answer it. So make sure you're staying safe and happy, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.